Hello to my beautiful collectives out there. Welcome to my channel, Astro Cheryl, and this is your monthly forecast for July 2026. We have made it to half the year just about now, and things are starting to heat up and accelerate as well. So before we get into the personal forecasts, I just want to share with you the upcoming events that are happening for us this month. We have a new moon in the sign of Cancer, and this is happening on July the 14th at 21 degrees. Okay? And we also have Mercury in the sign of Cancer, retrograde, but it will be turning direct on the 23rd, and it'll be in its shadow for another week before it is fully direct. Okay, so we have the lunar nodes that are now in Pisces, on the Pisces Virgo axis, shifting to the Aquarius Leo axis. Okay, and this is a big deal. There's a lot happening with Pluto and Aquarius now, and not only with the North nodes, but during this month, Pluto will conjunct the full moon, and that's in Aquarius happening on the 29th. Okay, so this is like fated karmic energy that is going to be changing us in some way, with it being in Aquarius and Leo. It's about being or offering more to things that are bigger than who you are, as opposed to Leo is about self, okay, and doing all the things for me kind of energy. But this is some impactful energy that is going to change humanity. There is a transformation that is taking place. And for each of you, this will be happening in a place in your chart where Aquarius sits. Okay? And wherever Aquarius sits, Leo is in opposition 180 degrees from that. So it's going to be affecting Aquarius and Leo. But this is going to be some good change for all of the fixed signs: Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio. And this is going to be for the next 18 months that the shine is going to be on these fixed signs. Okay, so be ready so you don't have to get ready. All right, so now we have I did mention Mercury, turning direct, but while Mercury is in retrograde, this is a good time to turn inward and correct or revise, reevaluate what what we feel is ready to be released, because this lunation that's coming up on the with the full moon and the conjunction with Pluto is a part of that process of letting go of things. Now, this new moon in Cancer on the 14th is setting us up for giving us the opportunity to redefine, home and belonging, our tribe, and connect with our feelings of inner security that comes from within. So you have to be secure within yourself. And this has to do with resetting our central nervous system, okay? And this process happens when we allow ourselves to experience the fear and the pain so we can let go of it. And once we see, feel, and understand what those triggers are or overstand, that's when we can take our power back from those old patterns that we've been bound to, let go of old contracts, vows, oaths, bonds that no longer serve us. So this is this new moon energy starting to set us up for what we need to look at and start to work on so that at the full moon we can start to release, and this energy will stay around for 6 months. But all of this is a process to get us to the next, stage in our own personal evolution, but not only that, the evolution of the collective societies. Okay? So, now that I've given you the overview, let's get into the forecast. So I will see you on the other side. Hello to my beautiful Scorpio risings out there. Welcome to my channel, Astro, and this is your monthly forecast for July 2026. Now, I did an intro giving you an overview of what this month has in store. So I'm only going to cover a few of the highlights, and we'll get right into your forecast. So this month there is a new moon in Cancer on July the 14th. The lunar nodes will shift from a Pisces Virgo axis to a Aquarius Leo axis. And remember, Pluto is in the sign of Aquarius right now. And the full moon in Aquarius full moon in Aquarius or Pluto will conjunct the North Node. Okay? So on the July the 3rd, Jupiter in Leo will square Chiron in Taurus. Now, squares are meant to pull us so that we can see what it is that we need to change within ourselves for the purpose of our own evolution. Okay? And it's about growth. So there is a Jupiter in Leo squaring Chiron in Taurus. And Chiron is the wounded healer here. This is a wound that may have been covered up and you don't know that it's there because you weren't born with Chiron in Taurus. But if you were, then it probably will show up more. Okay? So anyways, with this being said, this is an opportunity of growth, with this square. Okay, so we know Leo is about pride, ego, public appearance, leadership. And Chiron in Taurus is about self-worth, values, possession, the money, and how you make your money. And that's in your 7th house. So we have your 10th house of public reputation, where Leo and Jupiter sits, and Chiron in Taurus in your 7th house of relationships, one-on-one, partner, business, open enemies, legal contracts, family, friends. Okay, so this square may have a push-pull effect on your ego and emotions. You may want to take on a more visible role at work, and then you may feel exposed or judged in your close relationships. Okay, your feelings may be torn between your personal success and maintaining harmony with another person. Okay? You do have a chance to heal your self-worth by setting clearer boundaries and honoring your values. Okay. So, July the 4th, we have Mars in Gemini conjunct Uranus, and this is happening in your 8th house of death, transformation, joint finances, other people's money, intuition, psychic energy, psychological energy, debts, loans, and taxes. So Mars, Mars is about action. It is an action energy. And Uranus is an energy that is going to spark electric energy through a house. Okay, and it's going to make a quick change, whatever that is that needs to happen. This is what Uranus is shaking up. Okay, and remember, Uranus is about freedom. So whatever is not free, that's what he's going to be shaking up. Okay, so you may experience sudden news or fast-moving developments involving your joint finances, taxes, debts, insurance, inheritance, or loans. Your urge is strong to confront hidden issues, tell the truth, or break out of stagnant emotional dynamics. You may feel volatile, close relationships where trust, control, or vulnerability is a sensitive matter. Your insights are sharp, your investigative thinking, and the chance for real breakthroughs are possible. Great. On the 9th, we have Venus moving into Virgo, and this is happening in your 11th house. And this is the house of, large groups, organizations, memberships, friend groups, work groups, and your hopes and wishes. Okay? So you may be drawn to dependable friends and collaborative projects that have a clear purpose. Socializing can be more purposeful, organized, and service-oriented than usual. You may have a strong desire to refine your goals through the people you know and the communities you join. This is good. Okay, on the 20th, we have Jupiter in Leo trining Neptune in Aries. And trines are like a gift from God. It's something that just happens for you. Okay, and we have Jupiter in Leo, and that's in your 10th house. And Neptune in Aries is in your 6th house. So these both are spiritual energies. Jupiter expands wherever it is. Okay, it's in the 10th house, so, there's growth there. Neptune is a more deeper, unconscious energy where it crosses time, like past life energy, psychic energy, intuitive energy. This is this Neptune energy. It's boundless as well, so you have to maintain your boundaries wherever Neptune is active. But this trine is beautiful, so just something to keep in mind. All right, so promotions or public recognition for work in art, film, music, therapy, healing, charity, or nonprofit leadership are likely to feel fortunate and relatively effortless. You may attract helpful collaborators who share a vision. Your public image gets more visibility when you show empathy, generosity, or meaningful service to charitable acts, or a compassionate public project can amplify recognition here. So on the 22nd, we have Leo moving into the sign of, we have the sun entering the sign of Leo. And this is happening again in your 10th house. This often brings stronger ambition, a desire to lead, and a push to align your work with your sense of purpose. Your confidence, charisma, and leadership tends to be more noticeable. This is a good time to take responsibility, step into a visible role, or ask for recognition. So on the 26th, the nodes shift from Pisces Virgo axis to Aquarius Leo axis. And remember, Pluto is in the sign of Aquarius. So this is where your transformation is going to be happening for you in your 4th house. Okay, and it's going to also affect your 10th house as well. But your 4th house is where Pluto is. So the full moon in Aquarius, in your 4th house of, this is your private life, where you physically live. This is your ancestry, your parents, grandparents, if you're interested in real estate, your family, siblings are all a part of this 4th house energy. So you may experience an emotional climax about your home or family matters, possibly an ending, decision, or revelation that brings closure or forces change. You may be pulled between wanting more emotional freedom space and the need for comfort, safety, and connection. You may have a restless desire to redesign your private life, such as moving, renovating, or psychologically changing family roles or patterns. Okay, so we have Pluto conjuncting the nodes in the 4th house. You may have an epiphany about your relationship with your family or your childhood patterns or what home really means to you. There may be a need to renegotiate your living arrangements, set boundaries, or renegotiate those boundaries or responsibilities at home. Okay, so the transformation for you, Scorpio rising, is going to be happening in your 4th house of home. Okay? So until next time, bye for now.